So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing my final ever Pretty Little Liars theory video. So as all of you may know, Pretty Little Liars is ending Tuesday next week. So I want to get this video up so we can all speculate within that time. Yeah, it's really bittersweet that this show is ending. I'm pretty sad about it, but also I am really happy because everything needs to end eventually, and this show should have ended in season 5. Yeah. So anyway, I have a few suspects that I want to talk to you about today. I've put this in order of most likely to happen. So yeah, this is just my opinion. If you don't agree with me, then that's totally fine. Everyone has their own opinions and it's totally fine to have a different one. So without further ado, if you want to find out my final endgame theories, stay tuned. So the first suspect on my list, which is the one that I think is most likely to happen, is America's most loved paedophile, Ezra Fitz. So if you know me, you know that I really hate the character of Ezra, and I feel like the only way that we can redeem his actions and the overall elements of his character is for him to be AD, for them to finally villainize someone that deserves to be villainized, okay? Alright, so we're going to backtrack to season 4, back to that horrific episode where we found out that Ezra betrayed Arya and was writing a true crime novel for Allison. Now, okay, there's just so much wrong with this reveal, but I'm just going to talk about the main thing, which is the fact that he had a lair for a book, which had photos of the girls, like information about the girls. He had research that he didn't really need for a true crime novel, if I'm going to be honest. So, why the fuck would you need a lair to write a book? I get writer's block, I get like wanting to research your sources before making a publication, but why the fuck would you need a fucking lair? Why the fuck would you date one of the girls that was closest to Allison, who was a minor, aka your student, and just lie to her all those seasons? Ezra's relationship is built on lies, betrayal, manipulation, stalking. And the most disgusting thing about this whole situation is that Ian Harding has said that young girls have come up to him and said that they're going to marry him in the future, or like people are starting to feel like student-teacher relationships are right, and I don't feel it's right for PLL to make this misconception an ideology. Okay? Cool. Right. So let's talk about how sketchy Ezra is, or has been, over the years. So, do you guys remember that episode back in Ravenswood where Ezra was wearing the gas mask outfit? You could say that two people were wearing the gas mask outfit, but A at the time was wearing the gas mask outfit when they grabbed Allison. So, how did A know that Ezra was going to wear that same costume? That's the question. Also, Ezra's just overall sketchy in the past 10 episodes, which ironically Marlene has said that she's left Easter eggs in the past 10 episodes so that we would have a really good idea of who AD is. So one of my biggest theories is Ezra and Caleb working together, and this was highlighted a lot throughout the past episode. When Arya had her keys put in the trunk of her car with the body of Archer, and she nearly got caught by the police, in the following scene, Caleb was seen to walk up to Ezra and asked him if he had Arya's spare key. And Arya mentioned having a spare key to the cop when she was pulled over. So, yeah, this just sent warning bells to me, because Ezra seems to just pop up just at the right moments. So one of the people that I love from Tumblr, I think their username is Rosedale Riverwood, or Riverwood Rosedale, something along those lines. I'm so sorry if I got your URL wrong, but I love talking to this person, and we always kind of talk about the Ezra theory, and she sent me this theory that speculated Ezra as being referenced to The Great Gatsby. Now, it's by someone called something Scott Fitzgerald or something, I don't know. But that theory, that page, I don't really remember what I saw, but it had a lot of clues. If I can find that exact theory, I will link it, because it kind of made the Ezra theory just like my number one. So, yes. And also Alison referring to herself as Emma Forward from the Hitchcock movie Rear Window, and Ezra works at Rear Window Brew. Yes, that's definitely a reference. So yeah, Ezra. I can't really, like, I know there's a lot of Ezra clues, but I can't really think of many right now. Also the fact that Ezra's mum is going to be in the finale. I don't know if she's like a guest at his funeral, because he's meant to die apparently by Ren, or just a guest at the wedding. But yeah, I mean, Ezra's mum being in this show, even though she hasn't been for so many seasons, is kind of sketchy. The next theory I'm going to talk about is Melissa and Ren working together. So I've always had this big idea that Ren is Charles and Melissa is Bethany, and Bethany is kind of like maybe Spencer's older sister or fraternal twin. So yes. The reason that I think this is because with Ren, we've never really found out anything about his family besides the fact that he has a mentally ill father who we've never met. The picture that he was colouring in at the barn with the girl, the family at the barn. The fact that he was just oh so sketchy in the earlier seasons and worked at Radley just to get information out of Mona. He authorised Cece access to Radley even though she was apparently a patient at the time, so I don't really know how that worked out, but yeah. As for Melissa being Bethany, I feel like there is a lot of people that say Melissa and Spencer look alike, so they're obviously related. They, in the minds of other people, they are related. Also, Melissa went to the same riding camp as Bethany, and both Melissa and Bethany and Cece were all present that night. And also I just feel like the Bethany story isn't over. We've only seen her in a flashback and we never got to see how she looks as an adult, so that is a bit sketchy to me. And if I'm honest, I want Melissa to be the lady in black. I want Melissa to be involved, so yeah. So the next theory we're going to be talking about is Alison. Now this theory speculates that the girl that came after the time jump, after Alison returned, isn't the real Alison De Laurentiis. Yes. Alison has a twin. A twin who is probably Bethany, to be honest. Like, Alison could definitely be Bethany, considering, say Cece is actually Charles, it would make sense for Alison to have a twin because Cece came from a mother who is a twin. I mean, I guess, I don't know how science works in that aspect, but I'm sure that if twins run in families, that it is likely that more twins can be reproduced. So yeah, sorry, I'm looking at my notes and they just disappeared. So I don't think the Alison that came back is the real Alison, because there is a very huge diverse difference between both of those characters, or both of those versions of Alison. The Alison that came back is a shell of what the real Alison was. The real Alison was manipulating older men, manipulating everyone. She knew the value of a good lie. She was just, what the fuck? Bit of hair. She was just like a really manipulative little bitch, but this girl that came back was just nice, I guess. Not really. But she was just less manipulative than the real Alison. I mean, the girl seems confused, lost, not as fearless as the other Alison. It's just, they just seem like two completely different people, so I really wouldn't be surprised if Caleb. Now, this Caleb theory has recently come to me, especially after the last episode when he walked into the Two Crows diner as if he were to meet with Mona, and Mona acted as if Caleb was the person she was waiting for. That whole meeting seemed so sketchy, like they'd done it before, like they were both expecting each other in a way. I don't know, maybe Caleb was just trying to threaten or scare Mona. I don't know, just Caleb is a really sketchy character, but at the same time a lot of shit has gone on to Hannah mainly. Hannah seems to be AD's biggest target, so if if Caleb ends up being AD, it's totally gonna break Hannah's heart, and I'm not here for it. Honestly, she's just been targeted the most. I don't know. I know I say I want these girls to suffer and shit, but like, I don't know, that's going to break my heart because I kind of low-key shit The last theory that I'm going to talk about, and this is at the bottom of my list because not only is it the most, not really the most unlikely, it's just the one I don't want to happen, and that is Twinser, or Spencer's twin. Now, everyone thinks that Spencer has a twin due to a lot of aspects in the final season, such as Spencer always having a clothing change multiple times in an episode, her necklace being off in some scenes, her watch on the wrong wrist, that sketchy time that she met up with Ren at the airport, and Ezra and Ren acted like they didn't know each other, and Spencer told Ezra not to tell anyone that she saw her there. Like, why Spencer? Or shall I say Twinser? Why? I don't know. And there was a comment that Mary Drake made about Spencer and Melissa looking alike, almost like twins, and it was if she was hinting at Spencer having a twin. I mean, everyone thinks Spencer has a twin at this point. I'm not really pining for this theory to come true. I think it makes a little bit of sense considering Spencer's background and what the doctor said about one baby being taken to Family County Services and Spencer being taken to Veronica like 5 minutes after she was born. So yeah, I'm sorry about how jumbled this video was. I haven't really got any notes. All the notes I have is like the names of the people in the order, so I was just coming up with all the clues I could think of in my head. That's why this video seems a bit rushed and stuff, but yeah. So those are my final theories, my final end game theories for the Pretty Little Liars show. I hope you guys still continue to watch my videos, even though I won't really be making any more Pretty Little Liars based videos. So yes, I also just want to say that I am not deleting my Tumblr blog. A lot of people have been messaging me saying, please don't delete your blog, like, are you deleting your blog? And the answer to that is no. I was never a straight up Pretty Little Liars blog. I know that Pretty Little Liars kind of took over my blog for the past few months, but I'm a multi-fandom blog. I'm just going to keep blogging about the things that I love. You guys can still talk to me about the show. Obviously, we want to carry on its legacy, so yes. If you like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for a new video. Bye guys!